Hi, it's Terrie Carr, and you are inside DHA's Box of Rock, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite rockers. Well, do you feel it? The fall is here! And I had the opportunity to catch up with the ultimate legendary fall performer, the one and only Alice Cooper. Let's check out Alice, part one. So I am super lucky today. I am inside the Box of Rock with the master, the pioneer, the legend, the one and only Alice Cooper. Hey, you!
I don't look like this on stage.
Oh God, this is an amazing moment for me. I am so psyched because welcome to my nightmare. Number two is Alice's brand new record. Man, let me tell you something. A classic Alice record. Love the first single, because you know what I love? It combines sort of everything we love about Alice. The horror and the humor.
Yeah, I think so. You know, the idea of a nightmare is it goes on forever, and when you're having the nightmare, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting in a baseball game with Bob Dylan and Godzilla comes in, and you go, oh, okay. And then when you wake up, you go, what? Where did that come from? Well, that's basically, you can write like that. You know, you make the nightmare totally insane. And then when you look back, you go, wow, that makes total sense. Yeah.
Now, welcome to my nightmare. 35 years later, why now, Alice? I mean, you're back with Bob Ezrin, your pal. 35 years later, did it just feel right? You've got to feel really fortunate that you guys are able to regroup and sort of, you've evolved the Alice character for so many years. Why now?
He brings out the very worst in me. And I bring out the worst in him, which makes us make really good albums. It's like Bob is really the other half of Alice. He understands Alice as much as I do. And we write for the character. We don't write for me, we write for the character. Because Alice is another being, that Alice would, I would say this, but Alice would never say that. So when I write, I'll bite your face off. And that's coming from Alice. And it's fun to write for a character because we created him over the years, and we know how he thinks. We know what his sense of humor is. We know how he talks, what his sarcasm is, everything like that. So, Bob is just the best producer out there, and he's done everybody from Pink Floyd to Aerosmith to everything, Peter Gabriel, everybody you can think of. But he started with us, and 35 years later, we said, why not have another nightmare?
Absolutely, because it's almost like Alice is the offspring of you and Bob when you get together.
It is, and why not give him another nightmare? But let's give him a new nightmare.
Yeah.
When the original nightmare happened, we said, this has got to be taken from a 7-year-old little boy's point of view. What lives under the bed? Something is in the closet. My toys are going to come alive tonight and eat me. It's from a little scared little boy's point of view. This is from a guy that wakes up 300 years later, sort of, and he looks around and he goes, he hates technology. He still hates disco. He's still, there are things that are just constant with him. That working at 9 to 5 in a cubicle would be a nightmare for Alice.
Yeah.
So we started writing songs like that, and we got, some really interesting songs that come up.
Now, you know what else is great? You've got Dennis Dunaway, Neil Smith.
And Mike Bruce.
Right, and Mike from the band. Collaborating on this record with you, which has to be tremendous. And then I'm reading some of the liner notes. Kesha? You're with Kesha. Now, how did this come to be?
We thought right up front, who's going to play the devil in this? And we went Christopher Lee, Anthony Hopkins, went right down the list. And then I went, Kesha. And what? And I said, that's so out there that it'll work. Because she kind of represents something different, first of all, nobody would ever expect it.
Well, the fans are going to go, Kesha, what's up with Kesha?
And she helped write the song, When Baby Wants Baby Gets.
Right.
All of the really disturbing lyrics are hers. I'll bathe in your blood, and this and that was coming from Kesha, and I went, okay, she would rather be a rock singer than a dance singer. And I said, that's your second career anyways. You're going to end up with a band behind you, you're going to be, a rock singer. So, I think I see Kesha a little bit different than everybody else. People would probably expect me to go with Lady Gaga or somebody like that, but for some reason Kesha stood out as the one.
The cool thing about our conversation with Alice is it took place about 30 minutes pre-performance. He was just starting to get into that Alice character. Love that. Coming up next week, it's Alice Cooper Part 2. I ask him who he thinks is best carrying the torch for the genre of shock rock that he created. And also we talk about the very unpopular Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Alice Cooper Part 2. For DHA's Box of Rock, I am Terrie Carr. I'll see you tomorrow at 10.